Good morning, everyone. So, in today's class, we are going to learn about polar representation of a complex number. So, you know what is a complex number, right? What is the general form of a complex number? That is z equal to a plus ib. Okay. So, in today's class, we are going to learn about polar representation. I'll tell you what is polar representation. So, here z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta is the polar or trigonometric form of a complex number z. So what is it? Polar representation is nothing but you have to represent it by z, that will be equal to r inside the bracket. What is it inside the bracket you're having? R cos theta plus I sin theta. So you have cos theta as well as sin theta. This is a polar representation of a complex number. So how to find this r? R is equal to modulus of z. So how to find the modulus of z? You have studied in your previous class, right? Modulus of z is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So your question will be in the form of z equal to a plus ib. From that you have to get what is x, what is y. After that you have to find the square root. Square root of x square plus y square will give you r. Okay, that is r, modulus of z. So next you have something called as theta. So what is theta? You have to find theta also. Then only you can write, if you substitute the value of r and theta in this polar representation, you will get the answer. So what is theta? Theta equal to argument. Argument or inside the bracket amplitude. This argument can also be called as amplitude of z, denoted by argument. Argument means arg inside the bracket z. Theta is argument of z. So this is about polar representation. What is it? Z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So this is a very important topic from the exam point of view. Okay. So now we have to know how to find this theta value. Okay, that is principal argument of a complex number. Principal argument means you have some value so that you can substitute here in the place of theta. The value of theta lying in the interval minus pi. What is minus pi? Negative 180. Okay, minus pi less than theta less than or equal to pi is taken as the principal argument of z. That you don't need to worry about it. While solving the question, you'll be knowing it better how to find the value of theta. So next we have easy way to find the principal argument of the complex number. So there is a method to find the value of theta. Okay, there is a method to find the principal argument. Principal argument theta. Of which one complex number is given as z equal to x plus iy, or you can write z equal to a plus ib. So x is your real part, y is your imaginary part. So for that, let alpha be the acute angle. What is acute angle? The angle should be less than 90 degree. That is known as acute angle. And it should be made by the line joining the point representing the complex number z, not lying on the axis, and the origin with the x-axis. So this is the alpha. Now first of all, you'll be having a question, and the first step is to find alpha. How to find alpha? Tan alpha is equal to modulus y divided by x. This is the first step. Okay, tan alpha equal to modulus y divided by x. So for this, to find the value of alpha, you have to know some of the angles of tan. That is tan 0 is equal to 0. This is from the trigonometric chapter. You might have studied in a 10th standard, right? You had it in a 10th standard, trigonometric function. And in plus 1, the previous chapter or the third chapter which I left out, in that chapter everything is explained in detail. Now you have to understand what is the value of tan. Okay, tan 0 is 0. You have to by heart or keep it in mind all this value. Tan pi by 6 is 1 by root 3. Tan pi by 4 is equal to 1. Tan pi by 3 is equal to root 3. Tan pi by 2 not defined, or it can be ND. Okay, not defined. Not defined can be written as N dot D, capital N dot D. Then tan pi is equal to 0. So these are some of the values of tan. You have to keep it in mind while solving the question. It will be needed. Next we have the following table helps us to find the principal argument theta. So from this table it will be easy to find the value of principal argument. Quadrant in which z lie. Okay, there is a quadrant in the sense, see here, you are having 4 quadrant in a graph. Okay, this is plus x, minus x, plus y, minus y. This is origin O or 0. Okay, so here x is positive, right? This region 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. -1, -2, -3, etc. And above x, this y-axis always positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And the below -1, -2, -3, etc. So here in the first quadrant in the sense this half, this L shape. Okay, this shape. Second quadrant, the next L shape. This is third quadrant. Okay, Quadrant, quadrant. Third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So here, first quadrant, you can see that x-axis is positive, right? X-axis is positive. X-axis, these numbers are positive, as well as y-axis. Even that is also positive. So in first quadrant, x and y is positive. In the second quadrant, you can see that x-axis is negative, -1, -2, -3, etc. This axis. And you can see that y-axis is positive. So here x will be negative, y will be positive in the second quadrant. Can you tell me what is third quadrant? In third quadrant, this x is negative as well as y, the down, -1, -2, -3. Here in x-axis also you have -1, -2, -3. So both the two axes, it is negative in third quadrant. What about fourth quadrant? Fourth quadrant, x is positive, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Y you are having negative, -1, -2, -3, etc. So positive x-axis and negative y-axis. This is your fourth quadrant. This you have to keep it in mind while you are solving polar representation of a complex number. You have first quadrant, positive, positive, second quadrant, negative, positive, third quadrant, negative, negative, fourth quadrant, positive and negative. So this is about the quadrant. So here we are having quadrant in which z lies. The first quadrant, the principal argument theta is alpha. So how to find alpha? Alpha means tan alpha is equal to modulus y divided by x. Okay. Now, second quadrant. That means here in second quadrant, pi minus alpha. Alpha you'll be getting from this step. From that you have to subtract pi. In third quadrant, minus pi plus alpha. Fourth quadrant, minus alpha. This is very important. This table is very important. Without knowing this table, you cannot solve the questions regarding polar representation. Okay, so first quadrant, alpha. So here you have first quadrant alpha, second quadrant pi minus alpha, third quadrant minus pi plus alpha, and the last quadrant, fourth quadrant, it is minus alpha. So next I'll solve the first question. So here you're having find the modulus and the argument of z. So here you have to find modulus. Modulus meaning you have to find modulus of z. This you have to find, and you have to find argument of z. Argument means theta. Okay, theta value. Modulus of z as well as the value of theta. This you have to find. How to find modulus of z? That means you have to find the value of r. Now how to find r? Square root of x square plus y square will give you the value of r. How to find theta? This is argument. So to find theta, first you have to find tan alpha. Okay, to find theta, first you have to find tan alpha. So how to find tan alpha? Modulus of y divided by x. And next you have to find which quadrant this alpha lies. Okay, so tan alpha is equal to modulus y by x. So from this alpha equal to this tan, when it comes to right side, this will be tan inverse. Okay, tan inverse of modulus y by x. So this is not required now. Just have to understand only the value of alpha. So this is not required for time being. First step is to find tan alpha. After that you have to check where this alpha lies. Okay, check where alpha lies. That means the quadrant you have to check. Then you'll get the value of theta. So here the question is find the modulus and argument of z. Z is given. Z equal to -1 minus I root 3. So first you have to find what is x and y. X here it is -1. Okay, -1 is x. Y it is root 3. And the root 3 sign it is negative. Okay, the general form of complex number is z equal to x plus I y. But here you're having the value of y as negative. So x equal to -1, y equal to minus root 3. First step it is to find the value of r, right? Value of r. So r equal to modulus of z is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So what is x square? -1 square plus, it is very clear from the picture, right? Square root of inside the bracket minus root 3 whole square. So -1 square it is 1 plus minus root 3 square it is root 3 square. What's the value? It is 3. So 1 plus 3 you will get the answer as 4. Square root of 4 is equal to 2. So you got the value of r. Now what is it? You have to find the argument. Argument means you have to find theta. Okay, theta you have to find. To find theta, the first step is to find tan alpha. So I have written tan alpha is equal to modulus y divided by x. So modulus, what is y? Minus root 3 divided by minus 1. So minus minus, it will be plus, it will get cancelled. Okay. Or if you have any negative sign inside this modulus, that will be converted to positive. So you have root 3 by 1, you have the value as root 3. So tan alpha is equal to root 3. Next you have to check in tan when it will be root 3. Okay, which angle will be root 3 in tan? So when it will be root 3 in tan, see here, yes, root 3. Tan pi by 3, you will get the answer as root 3. So the value of alpha is now pi by 3. Okay, you have to check ഏത് angle ആണ് root 3 ഉണ്ടാവില്ല tanil. So that angle you have to write it here. From the previous slide you got it as tan pi by 3 is root 3. So what is the angle? Pi by 3. Okay, now you have to check in which quadrant. Check where this alpha lies, which quadrant. Since the complex number lies in the third quadrant, how did you get that third quadrant? See here, minus 1 minus root 3. X value is negative as well as y value is negative. So both if it is negative, what is it? See here, both if it is negative, 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 negative x, negative y, the quadrant is third quadrant. So third quadrant, what is the value of theta? See here, third quadrant, you have, what is it? Principal argument theta minus pi plus alpha. In third quadrant, minus pi plus alpha. So here, the complex number lies in the third quadrant. Principal argument theta, what is it? Minus pi plus alpha. Minus pi plus alpha. The next line, this implies theta is equal to minus pi plus, what is the value of alpha? Alpha is pi by 3, right? Alpha is pi by 3. Now, minus pi plus pi by 3. You have to cross multiply. Minus pi into 3, you have to find the LCM. Okay, you have to solve this. Minus pi into 3, minus 3 pi plus pi divided by 3. Now minus 3 pi plus pi, 1 minus 1 plus. So minus 2 pi divided by 3. So that is the answer. I got it here. Minus 2 pi by 3. Now what is the value of, we have to find modulus. So modulus is r. What was the value of r? 2, right? So modulus answer it is 2. And the principal argument, you got the value as minus 2 pi by 3. Okay, minus 2 pi by 3 is your answer for argument. Argument means theta. Hope it is clear to you all, this first question. Similarly, you are having the second question. See here, find the modulus and the argument of z equal to minus root 3 plus I. So here you are having x is equal to minus root 3, here y, no coefficient for I, so you can take it as 1. So 1 is negative, x is negative and y is positive. Can you tell me which quadrant is it? Negative and positive. So this will be in second quadrant. Okay, second quadrant. Z lies in second quadrant. So first you have to find modulus. Formula, square root of x square plus y square. You have to square it. The same as before. Minus root 3 square plus 1 square. We get square root of 4. That is 2. Next you have to find argument. How to find argument? Tan alpha is equal to modulus y by x, 1 divided by minus root 3. So whatever you're having inside this modulus sign, it will be converted to positive. So that is 1 by root 3. So in tan, you have to check when this value is 1 by root 3. When is it? That is pi by 6. You get tan pi by 6. The value is tan pi by 6. You have 1 by root 3. Okay. So here you got the value of alpha as pi by 6. Next you want argument, right? Argument, the first step I found out alpha. Since the complex number lies in the second quadrant, I have already written it over here. Second quadrant, principal argument theta is equal to, what is principal argument theta in second quadrant? See here, second quadrant, it is pi minus alpha. So pi minus alpha is your second quadrant, the theta. So theta is equal to pi minus, what is alpha? Alpha you got it as pi by 6. Now pi minus pi by 6. Cross multiplication. So here 6 into pi into 6, 6 pi minus pi whole divided by 6. 6 pi minus pi, 5 pi. 5 pi by 6 is your answer. I wrote it over here. Theta is equal to 5 pi by 6. So this is the argument value 5 pi by 6 and modulus you got it here as 2. I hope by these two questions you have understood something about modulus and argument, right? Similarly, you have, this was not to solve the polar form, okay? Polar representation. Polar representation is something different. This is required in polar representation, but you have to substitute these values where? These values have to substitute in this z. Okay, z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the equation for polar representation. You have the next question. See here. Convert 1 minus I in the polar form. This is you have to convert this and polar form. So you are having convert 1 minus I. What is 1 minus I now? That is z, complex number. This complex number you have to convert to the polar form, polar representation or polar form. So z equal to 1 minus I. What is x here? 1. Y you are having the coefficient of I, that is y, minus 1. Now plus x is positive and y is negative. So which quadrant? Plus and minus. See here. So that should be in fourth quadrant, right? Plus and minus. So z lies in fourth quadrant. What is polar form? Polar form, what is it? Polar form? Polar form should be z equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. This is a formula for polar representation. Now you have to find what is r, this value, and you have to find what is theta. This you have solved in the previous question. First and second question you had to find modulus as well as argument, right? Those answer you have to substitute over here in the place of z. Now how to find r? You know already, square root of x square plus y square will give you r. So what is x? 1 square. What is y? Minus 1 square. 1 square you get the answer as 1. Minus 1 square you get the answer as plus 1. Right? 1 plus 1 you get square root of 2. So this is your value of r. Next you got the answer as, what is it? Square root of 2. Okay. Next you want something called as theta. So to find theta, first step is to find tan alpha. Tan alpha is modulus of y divided by x. So what is y here? Minus 1. What is x? 1. Minus 1 by 1, you get the answer as minus 1. So modulus of minus 1, the answer is plus 1. So you have to check. Tan alpha is equal to 1. When is 1 in tan? Which value will give you 1? That is tan pi by 4. 45 degree is 1, right? Tan pi by 4 is 1. So the value of alpha is pi by 4. You got the value of alpha. Next, since the given complex number lies in fourth quadrant, I have already checked, right? Fourth quadrant. The principal argument theta. In fourth quadrant, what is principal argument? That is fourth quadrant, it is minus alpha. So you get minus alpha. So just you have to put negative sign for this alpha. Alpha you got it as pi by 4. Negative alpha means negative pi by 4. Next you have to write what is polar representation. The polar form is z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the general representation of polar form. So z equal to, what is r? You got the value as root 2. Next cos I'll be writing as it is. What is theta? Theta you got the value as, what is it? Minus pi by 4 plus I sin I'll write as it is. Again theta value the same thing, minus pi by 4 you have to substitute. Okay, this is how you have to solve polar form, polar representation. You have to find r, you have to find theta, then substitute the value in z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, now the next question. Similarly, convert square root of 3, that is root 3 plus I in the polar form. So z equal to root 3 plus I. What is x? X is root 3, y is 1. You'll find r. By now you have to know how to find r. So I won't be explaining it. You just check the slide and understand by yourself. Okay. So square root of x square plus y square, you will get the answer as 2. Next, for r value you have found out, that is 2. Next you want theta. So for theta you have to find tan alpha. So tan alpha is equal to modulus y divided by, what is it? It should be x, not alpha. Y divided by x, that is equal to modulus 1 divided by square root of 3. Okay, 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. When will be 1 by root 3 in tan? That is pi by 6. Okay, pi by 6 will get the value as 1 by root 3. 30 degree. Okay, now you have to check which quadrant this x and y lies. Both are positive. Okay, both are positive. So, which quadrant? That is first quadrant. Since the complex number lies in the first quadrant, principal argument theta is equal to, in first quadrant, theta is alpha. So this is pi by 6 itself. Okay, I have to just substitute the value of alpha here, pi by 6. Now z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. In the place of r, you have to substitute 2. And the place of theta, you have to substitute pi by 6. So this is how you will get the answer for square root of 3. Root 3 plus I. Okay. Next, the fifth question. And this I hope you'll be doing it by yourself, checking the slide. Everything is written properly. Please go through the slide. If you have any doubt, you can ask. So 1 by 0, it is not defined. If you check in a calculator, if you divide 1 divided by 0, it will show some error. Okay. So 1 divided by 0, the answer is not 0. That is not defined. So in tan alpha, when it is not defined, can you tell me when it is not defined in tan alpha? See here. Tan pi by 2, it is not defined. So the value of alpha, you'll get it as pi by 2. And since this z equal to I means the real part it is 0. Okay, only the imaginary part is given, that is y equal to 1. So here the polar form is z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So in the place of r, you'll be substituting the value of r. In the place of theta, you'll be substituting the value of theta. Okay, this is your last topic from this chapter, complex number. There are many more questions. If you check the exercise, there will be a lot more to do. Okay. If you have any doubt in solving exercise question, you can ask me. You can call me. If I don't reply in WhatsApp, you can call me and ask the doubt. Because since my phone is missing, I'm not able to I'm not able to reply for your messages. So if you have anything, you can ask by calling. So this is the last topic from this chapter. What was the heading of the chapter? Complex number and quadratic equation. So this is the last topic. The next class, I'll be taking the next chapter. Okay. So please go through the notes, write down properly, submit it on time. Okay. I'm recording all your works. So don't delay while submitting the notes. Even if I don't reply for your messages, please submit it on time. I have the record, I'm maintaining it. So please do it on time. So that's all for today's class. Thank you, children. Thank you for valuable time. Okay. Please watch the video and write when you are listening to the video. Okay. Don't keep it for the next time. Write the notes simultaneously while you watch the video. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. See you in the